I thought it was going to be like something straightforward because I was used to being given jobs that are like, you know what you're going to do from the start. I didn't think it was going to be like a process. And then it ended up being a fun process, like learning new things, learning from the concept art to the part where you decide to model, where you create concepts through models, where you create new ideas, you think up new things. And it was a fun process making something from scratch. The thing that I can say was hard for me was like trying to make something that will fit what other people are expecting in the team.
We looked at like examples first, just to get some feeling of like where do we all pull our inspiration from. And I think I was going through like a lot of like Instagram or reference images of different designers and just like what is character design, right? Asking that question.
We're looking at instruments, we're looking at different kinds of African curios and African effects. And like it was very tough actually, like trying to bring out something that will look African in a character. So what we did was make some different drum heads, draw things with a guitar head, have a body that looks like a sloth, have a body that looks like a gorilla. And actually, when we were trying to make the different things, we ended up like at a point we were straying from the Afrochibi thing. Geoffrey came up with an idea where we were going to make like a sketch. Okay, he was going to make a sketch of an animal, but with the instrument body. When I modeled it, it didn't look as African, but then he introduced the horns. And that's where we started making different kinds of concepts from the models. And I'd say the influence of the concepts so far comes from very different places, and it's like an inspiration of the different references we've been looking at up until now. Geoffrey just came up with something that is fluid, something that like just goes with anything. Right now, like it's very customizable. It's very simple. The part that I can say that still needs some work is the arms, but the body is very customizable and very fluid. It can be an animal, it can be a person, it can be a creature, something in your imagination. I learned a lot from Felix, a lot, a lot that has helped me right now. And from Geoffrey, the work process of being with someone, like you have to go and converse with him, and it's like the ideas you make are not just your own. Your ideas are as a whole. The thing that I learned from everyone, especially Felix, it was the art of coming up with something. That's not something that I had before. The art of creating something that you can feel that it was your own and it came from you. We'd have meetings over Zoom, and Felix would give us pointers, then we'd come up with our own ideas. Or during the week, we'd have our own ideas set. And like after we've worked on something, we'd come to the meeting and show them and talk about the things that we like, talk about the things that we didn't like. We pick up on something new, we pick up on different references. And then like we decide this is the thing that we're going to go forward with. But at the very least, we were very wide on everything. We were open to new ideas. So we came very different things. We were trying them out differently. At first, I actually made a model, okay, of what I thought the Afrochibi wanted. Like I wasn't sure. So I decided to make a simple model that just looked chibi-like. Was at a point my laptop crashed and there were very many power shortages, especially in Nairobi. Back then I was in Nairobi. And it was expected to bring up some concepts of which it was even hard to communicate since my phone was off. Okay, these are personal challenges. But other than that, everything else was made easy, like through the teamwork, through the talking. It was simple to get by with Geoffrey and Felix. A lot of people like the African designs and the curios and all that, and Shambalas. So I was thinking, like, what if we decided to customize a specific set of Afrochibi toys to this, like African tribal stuff or African feel? And there are a lot of people actually who would buy them. So if it was like customizable to this, to become a necklace or like something that you can wear as an accessory with that African style, it will really look great and spread the word. Because like I heard from Felix, the goal of this was to reduce the plastic pollution, at the same time help artists, because it's going to be helping artists to design characters from their imagination. And it's going to be like a figure. Okay, something Felix introduced a while back was crypto kaiju. I was thinking that even that would be great, because like if you decide to modify your own figure and then you turn it into a crypto kaiju and sell it somewhere, it would really help people with cash, because cash is also an issue. For me is I was thinking that I want to grow with this team because it has helped me grow as an artist, working in a team, because I've never worked in a team before. Another thing is that it's bringing out like the things that I thought I didn't have in me, and it's really helped me. For example, like right now talking to you guys, it's not something I used to do before. So it's really helped me so far.
The idea was we wanted to be able to somehow reuse plastic, and if we could potentially make it into these models and then sell them on, it could inspire so many projects in the future. So the initial idea was, let's make the model first and forget about the second stuff later, and then we'll first want to 3D print it and develop it, give the models to the guys, have them see what it's like, you know, to hold something that they created in their hands and 3D printed, and hopefully that would then lead on to, okay, how do we then manufacture it, if that's something that we can do, and explore that.
I grew up with Buzz Lightyear, those Toy Story kind of toys, the army kind of toys, the ones that were kind of like action figures holding guns. There were some that were like an army, mostly toy cars. On the figures, it was just those and dolls. I used to play with dolls.
That's fine.